Hi Jay, this is Ryan Newland. I was going to record a quick little video, give you some of the pricing stuff and some marketing as well. I find this is a little bit easier to communicate all the stuff that I do to sell these properties. I did go out there yesterday morning. The grass is getting tall due to the recent rains we've had, but all in all, it's such a pretty view from that lot. I didn't, just looking at this like Google view that I usually look at prior to going out somewhere, I didn't know there was such a drop off in elevation right there, which is going to create a, when someone builds, it's going to create a neat view. I'm guessing they're going to have to, kind of build over that hill as well. That's one of the tricky things I was looking at, but, it could be graded down. Boat dock's holding up great. It really looks brand new. As you start walking towards it, I know you know this, but yeah, it's a neat deal. The tiger wood is definitely holding up. And that's got to be because there's, it's a hardwood and there's no screw holes for water to just sit and seep and soak and dry out and soak again. So, no, that's, I don't know what you spent on it, but it's going to be valuable. There might be one other boat dock I like as much as that one. That's one of the best ones I've ever seen out here. So, for these Midland guys who are bringing their boats down every weekend, it's going to be perfect, to hold that and jet skis. I just think it's pretty dang neat. So hopefully the city will continue to let the next guy use this, and someone might be able to even purchase some of that land from the city. I know they did that on a lot on Beatty Road where a guy was building a house earlier this year. I was at the city council meeting when they approved it, so they've been known to do stuff like that recently. This shows that water line running in. I don't know if that's exactly how it goes, but that's how this city map shows it. That's going to be somewhat of a problem, but just, as long as I know the full details, I'm going to be able to explain it pretty good to someone. As far as pricing on these lake lots, it's not like an exact science to where, this lot sold for this, so my lot's obviously worth this. A lot of it's feel that I get when I get out on a property. That's how pricing at the lake is, because there's no two properties there that are the same at all. Not like in town where you got, very comparable properties. So I pulled up here. They've got the most recent sold lots out at Lake Nasworthy, and then the ones that are currently for sale. There's not very many. This lot on South Concho Drive, it's a big 0.8 acre. It had a lot next door that was for sale as well. The guy who bought it bought both of them. He's a doctor in town. He's going to build something huge, I'm sure. This one was for sale for over 800 days. They started at $2.25. Finally sold it for $165 cash. It was a lease lot, which is the new, it's the biggest issue out there is lease and deeded lots. So this one brought $165 cash, and it was almost an acre. It was a flat lot. Which some people like the flat lot, some people like the views, it all depends on the person. This is another one that it's back at the very end of Red Bluff. They were asking 80 or 75. It brought 38,000 cash. It was a lease lot. It was owned by the church. It wasn't a real residential lot, so I don't really even paid much attention to it. This one on Red Bluff East is it was a deeded lot. They were asking 1.25, got 100,000 cash. It was connected to two other houses. So some guy from New Jersey bought two houses and a lot to where he's got a huge area that he's going to supposedly build. He hasn't started anything. That one got listed in January 2010 and took 134 days to sell at 100,000 cash. It was deeded. Next one, this is the property that was next to that first one we looked at. This is 1810 South Concho. It was a narrow lot, but on a good spot on the water. It was deeded. It was owned by the city. They had repoed a house and tore it down, and this guy priced it at $165. He got $140 cash. Again, this was to that doctor that bought both the lots next door to each other. Here's another sale out on Red Bluff West. This is down closer to that new bar and grill on Red Bluff, so it was a flatter lot. I sold this lot actually in 2007 to a guy from New Mexico who was going to build. He never did because obviously he resold it. It was a lease lot. He listed it at $125. and in 24 days got $85,000 cash and took it. So he must have needed the money. It did not have any improvements as far as boat dock, anything like that. That's all we got for solds. Now we're on to the actives. This is a property I've got listed out on Kings Road, which is at the very end of Sleepy Hollow. It's a long way from town, but it's a quiet spot. This guy bought this lot in 09 for $1.25. It's a lease lot. It goes to market value in 2017, same year as yours. We've now reduced it to $90,000. The only improvements it has is a retaining wall. It's a nice retaining wall, but that's all it's got. I've had the neighbor kind of interested in it. He thinks if the neighbor doesn't buy it pretty soon, he's just going to raise the price and decide to sit on it and hold it. He wanted to just get rid of it, but I get calls on it every day, every week. But you know, the lots are not selling as good as the homes out right now because of the improvements, and that's something that yours has got better than all of the current lots for sale on the lake. Is you can actually go to the lake today and use it. There's kind of these Google views that I use to show where this property's at. Another lot for sale. This is on Lincoln Park East. This is kind of on a canal street, but it's on the main water. They're asking $179. It's not the best road. There's, mobile homes right across the street. I just think it's priced, way too high. They've been trying to sell it for a couple of years. It is a lease lot as well. Here's a little bitty one on Knickerbocker. These are on the canal. It's an owned lot. They're asking $35. It's been on the market 75 days. Here's one I have on Mesquite that the guy just purchased it and tore down a house, and he's trying to clear the house off right now. We haven't really, until the house gets removed totally, I haven't gone out there and taken pictures of it yet. But it's a 1.5 acres on an owned lot. He's asking $2.25. He bought the little junky house and the lot for $165, and he's going to try to pull a profit real quick by selling the lot. And if he doesn't, he's going to build a house. He's a builder that bought it, so he bought it for investment. But it's a big, huge lot, right, real close to the bridge, so kind of a loud location. So that's what there is out there. I've also got another one on Cove. This one has a house. The same guy bought it. He's tearing down the house on it as well, and he's asking $139. It's a lease lot. This is one of the ones that the city has said they would charge $100,000 for today. I'll kind of show you the overview on it. I'm going to send all these properties to you as well. It's not it had a house. That house is now gone. It's got a little junky retaining wall, but other than that, no improvements. But it sits on a nice spot on the open water. So there's that. I'm thinking on the, these prices, I'll talk to you about this, but, I'm thinking 150 to 175. I think higher than that. They're gonna look at this lot, and the first thing, that's got the lease attached to it, they're gonna think maybe $75,000 for the lot. Once I got out there, it is not quite as big as some of the other ones, so it might be a $75,000 lot to purchase today from the city. Could be a little more. So that's what people are going to look at. They're going to look at, all right, what is it going to take to buy the lot, and then I'm going to have to purchase it on top of that. So say at 150, they're going to have the boat dock, which is a good 50 grand at least, I'm sure, to do that. Probably more with the quality of materials you did. Got it for 150, tack on 75 to purchase, so I got $2.25 in this place. There's several other places out there that are like that right now. There's a place that's selling on Red Bluff that it doesn't have anything at the lake, but it does have a little 2-bedroom house that is little, and you could probably build for $60,000. It's on a lease. It's selling for $135 because everyone's looking at I can buy this for $135, then I tack on another $80-90 for the lot. There I got $230 in it. And so that's moving. And that doesn't have anything to do with what's on the water. So we'll talk on the price, but you got to build in room, obviously, to come down. You don't want to leave any money on the table. we're going to get calls and inquiries on it regardless of if you have it priced at $100,000 or $200,000. We're going to get inquiries. We're just, the goal is to get, generate an offer that you're can work with. And I think that can happen on either way. That's one of the things I do out there is answer the phone every time someone calls and, get people to actually purchase. You might have got my lake letter by now, but I've sold about half the lake properties out at Nasworthy since 2009. So probably on volume, probably closer to 3/4 of the volume. So I move a lot of property, and a lot of it, I have a good knowledge of it, and I know how to talk to these high dollar buyers about purchasing at the lake and show them that, it might be expensive today, but it's going to be more expensive in 5 years. So it's going to be a good investment, and they all have been. Here's some marketing information. Here's our local website. All these local sites, your property is going to show up on here. I'm going to run through this real quick since I'm already at 11 minutes, but this is one of the lake houses I have listed currently. All our stuff shows up on Century 21 Caldwell Banker websites, which is a plus. I do YouTube videos for all my properties. Hot Pads is a big, national website. Zillow.com, again, a national website. Trulia. I pay for a subscription with Lands of Texas. This is how I sell quite a few of them out there. I'm the only realtor that markets at the lake on Lands of Texas. When you put it on there, it goes to Lake Houses of Texas, which just, there's a lot of big time ranch money and oil money that keep on this side. I sold an $800,000 house a week ago off of Lands of Texas, so I don't mind paying the monthly fee they charge to place properties on there. Homes.com is another big Zillow, Trulia type site. Yahoo, you've heard of it. Caldwell Banker. Here's our ERA.com national site. I take good photos. I take plenty of them. I do virtual tours. HGTV. I'm sure you've seen that. AOL. So we place the properties on, tons of websites. And, just market the heck out of them all we can to try to find, anyone that's kind of thinking about coming here, or, they can stumble across them on any number of sites. I know this was quick, but I'm going to send this so you can get kind of a better feel of what we're talking about when we talk. I've got some stuff going on this morning, but I plan on giving you a call this afternoon after I send you this video. I appreciate it. Thanks, Jay.